In a world where men chase shadows and echoes, ask yourself, if you walk a long road and none walk beside you, is the road cursed? Or are you? Imagine a mountain cloaked in storm. The lone traveler climbing its slopes is battered by wind, unseen by passers-by, unnamed by memory. He might believe the world has forsaken him, but is it the world or his own soul that has built a wall around his heart? What lack of friends says about you is not merely an echo of fate, it is a reflection in the still waters of your own nature. For the Stoics, solitude is not a punishment, it is a mirror. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." Yet love must have a recipient. Friendship, that sacred bond between souls, is not earned by complaint or craving, but cultivated like olives on hard earth, slow, deliberate, enduring. The absence of friends is not always an injustice done unto you. Sometimes it is your own character shouting back at you through the silence. Have you shown yourself to be a true friend? To make a friend, be a friend, said Epictetus, not in those modern words, but in the essence of his doctrine. He spoke of aligning our desires with nature. Friendship, like nature, is not instant. It is tested through storms. Ask yourself, when others spoke, did you listen? Or wait to speak? Did you offer presence, or just presence with conditions? Were you available only when convenient, like a merchant who opens his stall only on market days? A lack of friends may say this about you. You fear vulnerability. You wear masks, yet wonder why no one recognizes your soul. You hide, yet cry out in silence. You demand loyalty, yet vanish at the first sign of discomfort. You crave validation, but you recoil from truth. You appear strong, but resist the discomfort of growth. And so your soul remains wrapped in layers, inaccessible even to yourself. Friendship, the Stoics believed, must be born of virtue, not utility, not entertainment. Marcus writes, "The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away." This applies to coin, but more importantly to character. So if no one sits beside your fire, did you build the fire for warmth or for display? The warmth of a fire attracts those who are cold and seeking solace. But if your fire is merely spectacle, fed by the wood of vanity, it will burn out, leaving only ashes of pretense. Friendship is not a crowd. The Stoics never sought many companions. Musonius once remarked that one true friend is worth more than 1,000 nodding acquaintances. The philosopher walks with few, but those few walk deeply. Perhaps your lack of friends says this, that you have not yet befriended yourself. Loneliness may be a signal, not of abandonment, but of inner imbalance. The man at war with himself will find no peace with others. You must ask, do I truly know my own mind? Or do I fear silence, because in silence I hear my flaws echoed back? Do I rest in the truth of my convictions, or am I forever sculpting masks to fit the whims of the day? Solitude used rightly is the anvil on which character is forged. It is where you learn to become the kind of person who attracts not followers, but companions. As Musonius Rufus taught, to be just, we must practice justice. To be loved, we must be loving. Yet many want the fruit without tending the root. They want to reap connection without planting sincerity. Do not mistake visibility for friendship. The man surrounded by many may still dine with despair. He may toast with many, but drink alone. Even in the marketplace of Rome, Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it." You are not to beg for company. You are to become such a mountain that those in need of shelter draw near, not for favors, but for truth. And what is the truth? It is that friendship flows naturally from the virtuous life. It is not the goal, it is the consequence. To be a friend, you must be courageous enough to stand with others in their suffering. And more difficult still, rejoice in their joy without envy. You must speak truth even when silence is safer. You must show up when leaving is easier. You must guard secrets like sacred relics. You must not flatter, you must not betray. And most of all, you must not love only when it benefits you. Can you hear the silence of others? Not just their words, but the unsaid? Can you endure awkwardness, discomfort, and contradiction without retreat? The man worthy of friendship is not the one who shines, but the one who endures. If you find yourself alone, do not curse the world. Ask instead, what kind of companion have I been to others? Let storms batter your roof. Let seasons change your landscape. If your foundation is virtue, you will remain unshaken. And in time, others will recognize the temple within you and come, not for shelter, but to build alongside you. And when they come, receive them not with flattery, but with openness, not with performance, but presence. To those walking their own long road, know this: your journey through solitude is not wasted. Every step carves your soul into a friend worth having. And when you become such a friend, you will find, sometimes unexpectedly, that others who walk the same path will appear. Drawn not by your call, but by your being. If you find value in these ancient teachings, if they awaken your spirit or challenge your way of being, then let us walk this path together. Like and subscribe not for noise, but to continue unfolding these timeless truths. Let this channel be your scroll, your fire, your companion in the wilderness. But before we part ways today, ask yourself again, what does your lack of friends reveal? And are you willing to become the kind of person who changes the answer? In the next reflection, we venture even deeper into the realm of betrayal and how the Stoics teach us to survive it without bitterness. If you thought today's lesson was transformative, what awaits you next will shape your soul like iron shaped by flame. Prepare yourself, and remember, true friends are not found, they are earned. So earn them not by seeking them, but by becoming the person they would seek. Like, subscribe, endure. Your journey is only beginning, and in every ending, a new becoming. Let the silence become your strength. Let virtue become your voice. Stand alone, and soon you shall not stand alone for long.